Hello everybody, this is Sonia. I come on today because I want to do some work on this piece, which I haven't done anything on there for quite a while. So I'm really keen to get on with finishing it. As you can see, it's got a lot of stuff on there. Lots of nice embroidery. There's places where I haven't finished bits though. So that's what I need to do. Today I'm going to come on here and I'm going to do some ribbon embroidery on it. That's a butterfly, okay, believe me. There's a bit there that has to be finished. Now I wanted to make some of these, and I wanted to put them over here, I think, because there's not a lot of... Now this is going to be round-ish, like that, okay? And it's going to have a round base in it, and it's going to have like a drawstring sort of top on it, okay? Anyway, I love this thing. It is so beautiful. I worked and worked and worked and worked and worked and worked on it tirelessly for days and hours and days and hours. I was really obsessed with it, you know. Then when I got sick, I didn't do anything hardly at all on it, so I didn't actually work on it at all, really. I think I did these there. Maybe did a couple more things somewhere, I just don't remember now. I might have did these here bits. But anyway, so I'm going to try and finish this here. There's two squares here today. Not actually squares, but... And it has been joined a bit, but that's okay because this is what it is about. You just join pieces onto pieces. There's more needs to be in that piece there. And this, you know, I can see that I can have a lot more to go. But anyway, hang on a second. First of all, I'll show you this, right? This is what I did. I finished it and I like how this turned out. I put some tiny little French knots in the centre of the flower, and then when I went to iron it, I pulled that tiny bit up there, and I didn't mean to. And I've put it inside in it, and I'm putting fluff all over it, and I'm putting a stitch around the outside. I actually bagged it out, they call it, when you sew around and then you turn it through the other way, and that's what I did. I stitched all around by hand and then turned it through the other way, and then I decided it needed something else, and I think the trim around here is really good. So then when I do that, I think to myself, gee, that yellow needs to be a bit darker. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to leave it until I get to that. When I finished putting all the stuff inside those, I stitched across the back of it and just closed each little hole, righto, where I did the holes in it. So that's worked out really well. But I find that I think that this needs a bit more brightness on it. I don't know what I'll do yet. I'll finish doing around the outside here later on and see what happens, okay? But that's what it looks like. And what you would really do with this, what they do with it in the quilting is you've got lots of blocks, quilting blocks or whatever, but through your quilting you can make these and then add the padding underneath, okay? And then have a flower, maybe have a heart, or you know, anything with an outside. I did a circle, and then I haven't put stuff around in it yet. But I'm going to use that, I think, as a page in there for something. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I think I might just make it something to put me a bit of sewing, bits of doodads in, I suppose. But I just sort of think this needs to be lifted up. But what they usually do is, like I said, they've got pieces on there in your quilt squares, on your quilts, and then you pad it with the string or the thread, wool, and then stuffing, filling. Okay, so, and another thing too, I don't know if I told you this, see the two rows here, you can do that with your two needles on the sewing machine. You know, your sewing machine will have two needles in it once, and you can do your two stitches down and then you thread that up through there, okay? And then so you can do all this too on the sewing machine as well. You don't have to do it all by hand if you know, it's up to you what you want to do, but I think that I might just put more green and more yellow on this yet, I don't know. But see, I'll put the back on it, and it'll be a little bit hard, but it won't be bad because I can actually whip stitch through this if I wanted to. But anyway, It'll look good. It looks good. I like it. I just wanted to show you that technique. Anyway, so now I'm going to work on this piece, okay? And I'm going to do some ribbon embroidery. So I've got some ribbon and I got the wider pieces out because I wanted to use, looks like somebody chewed that off there, but I think I just cut off it. That's not good. Anyway, I'll just fix that. May straighten it a little better. Bit of straightening. And then I've got this burgundy one. It's a variegated one. That's jazzy, isn't it? Oh, I like that. And then there was this one. It's two different colours. And then these two. Now, see, I've got a... Sorry. These are 7mm, okay? These ones, because you need a bit of width on them if you want to do the flower. That one's very pale. I really do like this. And it's really nice. It goes to the colours of them buttons there. It looks really good on the blue. Really lovely on the blue. So let's have a go at some of this. This seems like fun today, doesn't it? It will be. It will be fun. Okay. Rightio. Now I've got a very pale piece at the end, and then you got it variegated into the really dark, and then that part there. So what I'm going to do is I need the, I think I might, maybe most of it will come out that dark. Or if I start with that colour, then you'll get a bit of each. So I want to do some of these here. And see, they're different. That's variegated there, that one. Okay. I'm just trying to work out which end I want to put my knot on, because then you'll get... I think I'll use this one for the beginning. So I'm going to thread this here and into a needle that's got a good eye in it, which I did have here earlier, you know. Oh dear, that's famous for me, isn't it? Actually, it's in this. It's in what I was sewing. Look at that. There it is. Okay. So I think this is the one I want to use. It's a good strong one, and it's got a good size eye and good thickness of the end part. So back to what I was thinking about. This is the part that I'm threading, because that's the bit for the knot, right? Yes. So I'll thread this through here, right? And then you just get your needle and you go back, you go through the ribbon like that and pull that down so it won't come unthreaded. And the knot you can make, or you don't have to, that's up to you. You can leave the knot and then stitch it in later. Leave it and then stitch it, but you can put a little knot on the end of that and that'll work for you. Okay. All right, now... Right, so I haven't worked on this, like I said, for a fair while, but I'm sure I'll be able to get the hang of it. So I'm going to come up through. I've got to work out that each, this will be my centre. I've got to imagine that I've got my petals going like that, okay. There's imaginary petals. Pull that up, okay. Now, this is a bit skew-whiff because I probably should have ironed that, but... You know what, that's not one of my favourite things to do, but I should have ironed that. It can actually be an underneath piece, I suppose. So I want to go back down here pretty close to where I come out. Not exactly, but pretty close. Okay. And just pull that through. Not all the way. Just go steady. And your ribbon will do kicking and turning and stuff, but you will fix it like that yourself, okay? You can put a, I don't know, put a straw in there if you wanted to, and then make sure you pull the right thing at the back. Pull it down, so you got it that, so you got that, see? Now, when you're on the back, make sure that you do not go through any of your ribbon coming back through here, because that'll make you cry. It will. Righto. So there's that one going that way. I'm going to come up through here. I've got no ribbon at the back through me. Didn't put any ribbon through that, so that's good. I might come this way a bit and go this side, just a bit that side. Make sure there's not anything behind you. If you want to do something like this, make it flat first, then stitch around. But I was thinking I wanted it stitched around. I needed to join it together so I could figure out, what I was going to do at these parts, these bits of it. So I'm going to put that back in there and see if we get them the same size. If we can measure it, there we go. You can eyeball that. You don't have to do that. I just thought if I showed you that, it'd give you some sort of an idea how to be. Oops, I hope I didn't have my head in the way. Jeremy got our wedding album out last night and was showing me pictures. Well, we were just having a look at the... By geez. That was half my life ago. And I've changed. I feel terrible though, because I feel like I look dreadful now. I suppose you can't stay the same, can you? It doesn't matter though, I would have liked it. Not really, but, Anyway. I think it's because I've been sick. I said to him, I don't have that shine anymore, that glow about me. Ah, dear. I know that's probably a silly thing to say, but I feel like I don't. So I've got a lot of things wrong with me now that I didn't have then, and we do look different. We do look different. That's about right. Okay. I could measure it against that one sort of there. See, it's pretty cool. Okay. Now another one. I wanted to do another video so I could talk to you, so you could see what I look like. That'd be, scare you away. But I couldn't figure out again how to do it. I thought to myself, I remember last time I tried this, all I could figure out was how to do it upside down. And I'll have to figure out something else. I'll have to work on that, which I'll forget, don't you worry. I do forget these things, and it's very sad, but I can't help it. I forget these things. Now you're going to uncurl this if we can. Do not want it all curled up there. So I hope everybody's having a good day. Our day here is 10 degrees or something. Oh dear. It's horrible. It's so cold. That's enough to make anybody miserable, the weather, isn't it? It's cold weather. And Jeremy and I have got some, housekeeping to do as far as changing a few things about and doing a bit of spring cleanse. I can't wait for that. The spring cleaning part. Because you see the things that you're looking at, you think, oh, I've got to fix that, we've got to put that away, this has got to do this and that and the other. And it's just too cold to do anything. But then you warm up, I suppose, when you start moving about, but it's nearly dark outside today. Didn't really have much outside work planned, but I had some ideas for what I want to do in the house. I make hubby squirm my bed. Poor old fella. I say to him, I'll help you, but I really can't do a lot physical stuff, which is not good. I'm a good I can commend myself on being a good manager, and that's not good. But anyway, he's going to help me tidy up my room and He just, you know, he'd done it for me before. He knows what it means to me, and he is a good help. But I need to do some changes in the bedroom and get rid of some of my old daggy clothes. I feel, you know, that I need to get something new for the next season. Other people don't do that. They still have the same things that they wear because they, you know, they're comfortable, I suppose. But I like to have new things. I don't like it when people say this will last me. What does it mean? Last you, you know. How does that look? It doesn't look that spectacular yet, but we'll fix that. So one of them petals is a bit lighter. I was not really trying to have that for that to happen, but that's okay. It looks all right, doesn't it? Now I've still got this threaded on here and I don't want to undo that. I've got more to do with in that as far as setting it down a bit and putting a middle bit in there. So I'll come back in a minute and fix that bit because you've got to help it sit in the right place. Now I'm going to go up here. I'll just take it along the back carefully. I'm only going to do a smaller one, I think. Let's just do a smaller one. Not going in the back of anywhere. No, good. Okay. Very nice. It's a little bit smaller, it's not much, but it's a bit. So this one's going to go, colour's going to change in this one. And that's okay. Some bit. Why don't you just put 3 on this? What do you reckon? You know, I can do just 3 pieces. 3. Oops. All right. And down there. Careful. And that pussycat of mine, he's out there having a song. He's singing. I'll get another one in. Can I get another one though? Do I have enough? We will, because we'll come up through here where I want it to go. Alright. Now, it will go back down through there. Oh, isn't that good? I was going to show you a trick. The trick is just cut it off the needle, put the needle through first, thread the ribbon back on there and take it down. That's the trick that you can actually do it. I think my husband's gone outside and that cat's going to sing to me. So now we're going to tuck that about and fix it a bit, you know, so it'll be right. I don't know if I'll use that needle. I'll find a smaller one, I think. Put that back up in there. Mouthful of juice, thanks. Sorry about that. Okay, smaller needle. So we can calm this down a tiny bit. And then I need a bead. So maybe we'll put it on the bead needle to start with. What do you reckon? A piece of thread. And I've got this here that will be okay because it's, you know, not the same. But what I'm going to do is just manipulate the back part of the petal to hold it down a bit by, well, I thought that threaded easier, it wasn't threaded at all. Okay. And through there, come on. That did work good. Okay, yeah, this one. So what you need to do is organise where these petals are going to go. there. Now you're only going to stitch through the back of this piece of ribbon. Just get yourself a piece there and push it back down. Only got a tiny bit, and I'm just going to... Did I get any? Maybe not, I don't know. I hope so. Maybe it looks like I did, so I'll just keep on with it. Get this piece. Now, I don't know if this is actually a thing that everybody does, but you have to control it somehow. String there caught. Oh no, I pulled on the... Oh, do I always say just look behind you, make sure everything's going all right. So we're not taking it down very far, we're just going to, because we don't want to lose the puffiness of it. Just want to put the petals in their own place, you know, each piece. Oops, that pulled that down too far. Back it up a bit. I think these ones are going good. The first one's not so much. Not so much. See, this one needs to be wiggled over a bit, so I'm going to take him over. Now, this is not necessarily the rules of how to do this, it's just what I do. I think I've been doing ribbon embroidery for many years. Many years, me. I have. I'm going to have to come back up there again. I haven't got the right place yet. Yeah, so I've been... I've always liked it. But it's... It has its place. You know, you're going to... Yeah. See, people probably don't do this. They just might leave there sitting where it is. I could have done, but I wasn't pleased with it. With what I'd done, I haven't... I needed to sit down a bit for me. I needed to be, you know, like that a bit more. This one here's too sitting up there in the middle of nowhere. I've seen a couple of good ribbon embroidery videos, but not many out there. Oh, well, there probably is. I just haven't found them. Just like everything else, I mean, there's lots of different things out there. We just we'll get to them one day, I suppose, but things are not easy. There's so many videos and that out there, and people can't find some of mine, and I'm sorry. When I come in here, I realised I didn't put up the link to the ones that I did the other day. All you got to do, though, is go and click on my name. When you get a video of mine, my name's under my picture of my face. Just click on there, and that will take you to my videos. And then it says videos, so press on that and you'll see all the nearly 3,000 of them. If you want to sit there and watch it. But they all come up there, you know, like one at a time, of course, you know. And then you pick out what you want to watch it about. Sending links I don't like to do. I just don't want to send a link to anybody about things because something happened one time and I didn't do it, and somebody got a link to something else that wasn't right and it wasn't good. So I feel I don't want to send any links anymore because I just can't. So if you can just do that for me, I'd be really grateful. I feel really bad about not putting up the links do work because I've done, you know, but I just feel sometimes whatever you do when you're doing a link, don't type it in, just click on it. Don't go and type it in yourself. It doesn't really necessarily work like that. Yeah, but anyway. poor person was not happy, and neither was I, believe you me. Took me a long time to get over that. Because there's some horrible people out there too that muck up things on your channels and put things up there they shouldn't do. Well, they don't care, do they? But anyway, so that's not too bad. This one here seems a bit overpowering there. Somehow something's not quite right. But I'm going to put a little something in the centre of it and it'll be fine. It will be fine. I should have put another rose, a bud or something. It's not actually a rose, is it? So what I'm doing is stitching down that bit there that was left over at the end, so that's good. Nicely stitched down, so it'll be fine. Okay. Now I need to put, I probably shouldn't have broke that off there. I need to put a pearl or something in the middle. I think a pearl would be nice. I've gold ones in the middle of the others, but I think I'll put the pearl in the middle of here. Well, it's not real pearl. It's just pearly pearl. Look at that. I might get the other one out while I'm at it. I'll get a smaller one for the smallest flower. A smaller one for the smaller flower. There you go. Look at that. Ducky. Yes, very good. So just come up through the centre. Be really careful. You've got the bead needle now, so it will probably go through everything real easy. Your bead needle is really pointy and thin, and it usually goes through most things. Righto, there's no hole in the bead. There's got to be a hole in the bead. There's got to be a hole in the bead. So, yeah. Well, where is it then? Oh, goodness me. I don't think there's a hole in that bead. Did I buy beads with no hole in them? No, couldn't have. Well, that's not, I'm not happy with that. You've got to be kidding me. These ones either. Why haven't they got a hole in them? Oh. They haven't. These ones there have. Oh, I thought, I bought, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I bought these on the internet, I think. They got no hole. they got no hole in them. Got me flower. Well, there you go. That's rotten, isn't it? This one, no. The bead makes it look really good, that bead. I'll have to use these. These have got no hole in them. What am I supposed to do with them? Well, that's not. I thought the other day, oh good, there's me good pearly beads. These ones here are holy. So I might just put one in and see what it looks like. I might have to put a couple, I don't know, because they're small. Probably got some somewhere else, but I don't know where that somewhere else is at the moment. That'd make you wild, wouldn't it, eh? I'm not actually wild, but I'm not happy. I usually check that to make sure that when I'm buying something that's what it says it is. You know, if it's got a hole in it or not. Come out from under there, please. Oh, goodness me. Get out from under there. So I've got 3 in the middle of this bit. In the centre. For some reason this flower is just not working for me. I'm not very happy with it, I'm afraid. I'll see if I can move it over a bit and manoeuvre something in it. Make it look different, better. I'm mucking this one up something frightful, aren't I? It's okay. We're not going to be panicking about it. We've got to be patient. Why is it sticking out like that? Maybe because it was, when it was rolled up, it might have just had that square bit on it, because it's all square, isn't it? It looks square. Nobody wants that. Okay, so I've got one piece, and that's good. Of the... Okay, that's a bit better. Not that much, but a bit better. I might stick dye on it later. Well, that's probably not a good idea. Oh no, it'll work. That's not too bad. I'll fix these beads. Yeah, this is not easy with it all sewn up either, by the way, but you know, what are you going to do? It's just how things worked out that way. Ah. I started out with a small square and turned it into this. Because that's what I had, one small square, and I just put more squares together and fixed it to what I wanted it to be like. I'm still fiddling around with this bit at the back here, these things. Well, they didn't work like you know, things have previously. You know, you think you know what you're doing, and then it's not what you're doing at all. It'll be fine. It doesn't have to be immaculate or anything. It's supposed to be just, well, it's got to be really good. I'm putting this in the show, so I hope I don't make any bad mistakes on it. Gee, that's pretty, isn't it? I do like that. I do love those leaves too, and I've got them on there as well, so I'm going to put some on here. Gee, I'm having a terrible time liking that. What am I going to do with it, I wonder? Is this the bit? No. It'll be fine. I just thought the iron was on there for a minute. Put some leaves. Now they don't have to be green, do they? Maybe you could do with ribbon ones. Maybe we could do some ribbon ones. Have I put any other ribbon ones on here? There's those. They look good, don't they? I do like those. That might look nice. It will look nice. It will look nice on you. It's very wide though. Should I be doing this wide? Yes, why not? It'll be fine. It's excuse me. I'll find a needle that's thick enough. This should do it. Yeah, so I hope I'm going to get him a bit better. It's ridiculous. Somebody said they had it for 6 weeks, so I've had it now for 4 or 5. Is it 4 weeks this week? I think it might be. So I still am not better, and I'm getting there though, slowly. Dear, oh dear. Where to put the leaves at? So you want to come up under here. Now I'm going to have to go through the back because I'm sure I'm going through something that's no business. I'm going to come up through the back. I shouldn't have changed my needle. This one doesn't want to play. That's not going to go through there. I wasn't even thinking, you know, I'm just want talking about stuff that's just not that important. It's only about me. But I need to get well. I don't want to be sick. I don't think I've ever been sick for this long, and it's just not good. I feel like, it's very upsetting and scary for me. Anyway, let's keep going with this and go through anything good. Well, this one's not going through here either. What am I doing? Am I trying to do something impossible? I don't know if this was the same needle I was using. Must have been. Maybe. Anyway, so we're going to take this out this way and make it a leaf. You can get down in there. You go down back in through your you go back through your, pull it in, too far. There's one bit. Nah, it doesn't look as good, does it? No, I don't think I like it. I think I'd rather do the stitched one. Okay. I'll leave that in there and do some stitching instead. The stitched one. Where's the nice piece of green? We need a nice piece of green thread. I know I brought them back in here. I just don't know where I set them. Must be under here. Where'd you go? I'm gonna look some up here, so I've got some up here somewhere. If this is too dark or not. It might be a bit. Isn't that a big hole? I like that colour. Might use that one, I think. I'm using all sorts of thread now and stuff like that for, there's cotton for sewing on the machine. I'm using embroidery thread. I'm using crochet thread. Wool, you name it. Probably I've done it on here, so it's been really good fun. Beads, buttons, charms. Might have to put a few more charms on this one, don't know yet. I've made one of these pieces and I got it out there and I was going to put it into a bag. Put it on my Etsy, but I don't think I should. I don't know if I want to do that. I have to see. But I can't keep every piece. I just cannot keep every piece. Of work that I did, and I've got heaps of them. As you well know, I'm doing things all the time. I should go back though and finish off a lot of stuff, which I'm trying to finish things as I go along now. Okay, so I'm going to start out here a bit, right? And I'm going to do the leaf that I like to do, and it's a fly stitch, I think, thingy. But when you come, you've got that one there, right? So you go above it, you come out. So this one make it a bit pointy. You want to go up there above that, see? For your leaf, and then you go down at the back. Now this doesn't have to be packed really tight, so you can please yourself how you want it. If you don't want it to be too close together, or it's up to you. Just do this shape here. It's like a Y, and go down there. What's this here I've got coming out the end? Probably the back of, goodness me, the thread on the back of this, where we started our knot. Isn't it? I think so. The knot bit's going through. There it is. Right, now we have to see if we can fix this. Because we had that bit caught. So whatever you do, if you get anything caught, don't panic. Just try to stay calm. Now, the further you go out either side, the wider the leaf will be. If you keep into the last stitch close to it, it'll just be a nice medium size or bit thinner or whatever. But you can just judge it as you're going along. Now, if you think that's too, I think that's about as wide as I want it to be. I don't want it any wider than that. So I'm going to come down really close to it. Come down the side there. Really close to it here as well. And there. Make sure I've got nothing stuck in there. I'm sort of turning it a bit too, if you can see that. Give it a bit of a turn in. I've got a lot of stitches on here, a lot of different ones, and I probably would do some more if I went and looked at it and thought about it for a while, see what else I can put on here, but I think I've done a lot. Okay, so now I just want to go down behind here, just straight down in that, back behind that bit. Righto. So that's my first leaf. Okay. Which is not too bad. Now I'm going to end it off because I want to put another couple up there still. So 2 more. I've only got a couple of minutes here too because a lot of this to go for 2 line turn off again. I suppose we've done something. We've had a talk. Had a bit of a grizzle about myself. Yeah. Oh well. And I'm stuck inside all the time too. It's just, you know, it's really weird when you can go, you don't want to. It's like when the COVID was on and you wanted to go out there. Or it still really is bad to go out there, catch something. But we were all shut inside because it was on lockdown and felt really bad about that. Wanted to go out so bad. But then when you're allowed to go, for a while we were out there a bit and it was okay, it was good. But then you just got, you know, you didn't really need to if you didn't have to, if you didn't want to and stuff like that. And now, I've been sick and this weather's really crap. I just feel like I'm stuck again, you know. It's not helping me get better at all, I don't think. Feeling sorry for myself. I'm having a pity party. Nobody wants to join me in that. And you shouldn't do because there's people a lot worse off than what I am, but I guess my misery's my own. Oh dear, my misery's all my own. Anyway, it's nice to read your comments. I hope you really keep watching my videos, and I think there's a lot of you that really are very kind to me, and you really do stick by me, so that's good. I'm really pleased about that. I just couldn't believe that I had all them people ask me how, when I was away, when I come back, they all wanted to look at that, and it was over 700, and I don't know where we just went to then. Everybody just disappeared after that. It was really strange, that was. Yeah. Some people just don't want to know about sewing, they just want to know where you've been. Fair enough. I want to do some more journaling too later on, but I really want to do some more sewing. I want to start new. I got crazy patchwork pieces ready there to get going. I have to get myself a thimble. Look at what I'm doing to my finger. I just felt that really bad. That's why I told you, it's because I'm making big holes in it there. It's not good. I've got thimbles, but I don't keep them on there. I'm going to have to, I might make myself a leather one. I tried to buy some and they were really, really big. Too big for my hands, really, you know, and that's a strange thing because, but anyway. Righto, that looks really cute, doesn't it? I like that little cute one. I'll do a little bit different, bigger one out here. This way. Stop putting your hand on that, Sonia. Don't put your finger in there. If anybody's not very patient or you haven't been doing stitching for very long, please don't sew yours together like this first, whatever you do. Because it's very, it doesn't bother me now. I know that if I just start and all these, things would get going wrong because of it's the way that I'm trying to stitch it, I'd have been really upset. And I think it would be very annoying, but the only thing you can do is when you get it ready, the piece that you want to, if you want to make something round like this or oval, just keep yourself enough space. I'll show you in a minute what I'm talking about because that's going to be easier than telling you what to do. Because I think this looks good, this thing. You haven't just got one side, you've got the whole thing is really nice. Somebody asked me was I going to sell it, and I said yeah, but it was going to cost hundreds of dollars, and that was put her off, so that kept her away. Well, see, the thing is, I'm not going to. I don't want to. I don't want to sell it. So it's something that I've created, and I'm going to look at it myself. I'm going to put some nice pretty pieces of jewellery or something in it, or something that I own later on. If I get anything, if it goes into the show and I do any good. Or if I don't, it still doesn't matter. I still want to keep it. It's a good reference thing as well. Now I'm going to go up this side and I'm going to do another one because I think we need a bit more. I think these leaves look really good. I'm very, very liking these leaves, very much so. That was not much English, sorry about that. Anyway. Yeah. Gee, the time goes quick, doesn't it? It's Friday again, tomorrow, another end of the week, I don't know, it's ridiculous. I mean, I know I don't have to go to work or anything, but I don't want the days to go quick. This is my work, actually, to be honest with you. Yes, this is actually my work. It's what I do. Keeps me alive, I think, keeps me going. Gives me a reason to get up, do things. I will say this to my family, but you know what I mean. I'm quite keen to have something to do all the time. And if I didn't, when I did all the housework and anything that the kids needed doing when they were younger and at home, then I used to be making something, and I'm really going to get stuck into me miniature things. I bought the Dremel. It didn't have a charger. I can't find one to suit it. It's been discontinued, they told me, and I don't know what they're going to do. I want my money back, or because of what it is, it was probably discontinued because you couldn't get the right size thing for it, charger thing. But anyway, the team is looking into that, but I don't really need that to get started. I can make things without that. Doesn't that look good? I must say I do like that myself. I'm very pleased with how that turned out, even though there's one weird one. There's always one weird one. Anyway, I better go now. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your comments and all your support. And, I look forward to coming on here and for a day. If I don't come in here and talk to you and do a bit of stitching and that, I just don't feel right. The day just doesn't feel like like I'm doing anything, important, if you know what I mean. I've got to do things. I reckon, if you don't do things, you're wasting your time, aren't you? Even, I don't know, it's hard to say. Just the smallest thing if you achieve it every day, just a small thing, just achieve something every day. It's good. Anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you, everybody, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.